these videos, I'm going to go over the following details for you. The first thing we're going to look at is the examiner's expectations and marking criteria. The second thing we're going to look at is overall basic tips. The third thing we're going to look at is a breakdown of each task, both academic and general. And the last thing we're going to look at is the writing skills. Pretty much what skills do you need to have a good score? As well as some handy stress management tips just to calm you down and help you concentrate and get motivated. The examiner's expectations and marking criteria. There is a marking sheet where the examiners mark you against. You will see down the bottom of your writing paper little boxes like this. That means you're being marked in 4 sections. Those 4 sections are task response, coherence and cohesion, lexical resources, and the last one is grammatical range and accuracy. All of these count for 25% of your total mark. So let's have a look at what these mean in simple language. Task response pretty much means how well did you answer the question. Did you follow the right structure, the right timing, and the right amount of words? Coherence and cohesion means how well do all of your words link together and how strong are your sentences and are they a good length? Do they contain linking words and prepositions? Lexical resource looks at how good your vocabulary is. Are you using a wide range of adjectives and verbs? Do you have sentence starters and are you leaving out slang words? The final marking part is the grammatical range and accuracy. This part looks at how many errors you make and what type of mistakes you make. It also looks at if you explain what, where, when, and why. They want to see complex grammar in this section. If we have a look at task response in more detail, you will realize that you'll need to answer the question properly. A common mistake many people make is not answering all of the points in the question. In task 1 and 2, you'll be given 2 or 3 points to consider. If you fail to answer all of the points of the question, you will get a penalty, even possibly an entire band score. In task 1 for the academic test, people find this very hard because you need to include all of the details that are shown in the graph, illustration, or picture. While in the letter for the general exam, you need to include all the points they have listed for you. The same method for both, however, one has more information than the other. In task 2, you need to express your opinion. So, do so. If you don't, you will actually get marked down in this section. They actually want to see your position on your opinion, so tell them. Use words like I feel and I think. The solution to all of these problems? You need to underline the details. You need to make sure you know what to include. This means you need to map out what you need to write about. Then start writing. Another common mistake in the task response section for students is not to answer the question correctly. For task 2, often some people write something similar to the question, but don't directly write the answer. There are 2 reasons why this is particularly done. Either the answer is learned, which means you've memorized the answer, and this is actually very bad. Or the student tries to be clever and forgets it's a language test, not an intelligence test. The solution to this problem is don't copy other people's writing in hopes that you'll get the same mark as they did. You need to learn English. Don't try to outsmart the answer. Just simply answer all the points you need to. Writing witty and extended answers out of context will not win you any extra marks. Another common mistake I often see is some candidates don't extend or support their main idea. All essays will require you to give reasons or examples for your answer, and you have to do this. It's mandatory. If you don't, you will not be answering the question and you will simply be marked down. Don't include too many general statements. If you are answering why it's your opinion, then you want to really see why. Explain yourself and why it's a good example.